Beijing, capital city of China, is a place of rich culture and history. This over 3,000-year-old city was also the capital during four dynasties in China's history: the Jin, the Yuan, the Ming, and the Qing. In the past, the city was divided into four sections, each of which served a different function. The four sections, the Forbidden City, the Imperial City, the Inner City, and the Outer City, are still visible today. However, some more modern elements have since been incorporated. Not surprisingly, then, one of Beijing's major economic sectors is the tourism industry. One important historical area is the Forbidden City. Visitors to the city include foreigners, Beijing residents, and citizens of other parts of China. Various emperors and their families lived here. Specifically, 24 emperors reigned from the imperial palace in the city. The city contains multiple halls and palaces erected at different points in the city's history. Many relics from the past remain in their original locations, while some are located in the various halls. The city is enclosed by a high wall, and tourists today enter through one of the main gates and walk the length of the city. Visitors walk through some of the city's buildings, but may only look inside of others. Perhaps not surprisingly, food and souvenir vendors also fill parts of the city. Visitors may also see other structures throughout the city. For example, the fronts of some buildings feature statues of two lions. Such buildings would have been homes to the emperor's officials. Large bronze vats, historically used for decoration or to hold water for extinguishing fires, can also be seen at various points in the city. Even seemingly small details of the architecture reflect rich cultural and historical tradition. For example, the city's golden roofs are so colored because gold was the color of royalty. Only the emperor could even dress fully in gold. Many buildings also feature small statues of animals on their roofs. In fact, the number of animals on a roof indicated the building's importance. Finally, the city is also home to the picturesque Imperial Garden, where royalty could pass time during some parts of the year. The emperor and empress would even watch the full moon in the garden during the Mid-Autumn Festival. The Forbidden City is located across the street from Tiananmen Square, the world's largest public square. This square has historically been the site of many significant events. There are several other important sites that may be seen in Beijing as well. For example, a portion of the Great Wall of China is located in Beijing. Visitors can climb the wall, buy souvenirs from vendors lining the streets leading to its entrance, have lunch, and maybe even get a picture taken with people dressed in traditional costume. Another famous site is the Temple of Heaven. While larger than the Forbidden City, both sites are appreciated for their aesthetic and historical significance. The Temple of Heaven has a northern and southern portion with a long walkway in between. One part represents the heavens, and the other represents Earth. The northern and southern portions have important halls and other structures, while the area in between is green and spacious. Beijing features other, more modern sites that attract locals and tourists as well. For example, many know Beijing as the site of the 2008 Summer Olympics. The two major buildings in which the Games took place, the Bird's Nest and the Water Cube, are open to visitors today. The National Aquatic Center, or Water Cube, was the location of all swimming and diving events of the Games. Its exterior was completed in December 2006 and impresses many today, whether during the day or at night when the building is beautifully lit. In addition, visitors can enjoy a water park located within the cube and look at the pools used by athletes during the Olympic Games. Across the Olympic Park sits the National Stadium, or Bird's Nest, the main location of the Olympic Games. This is where the non-aquatic games took place. Visitors can admire the architecture of the structure, enter the seating bowl, and visit a shopping center located inside the Bird's Nest. Aside from the city's draw for tourists, Beijing also offers other modern attractions for residents and visitors. For example, there are many malls and markets throughout the city offering a wide array of goods. Some examples include the large silk market in Wangfujing Street. Some of these places cater heavily to foreigners, and vendors speak at least some very basic English words and phrases related to the trade. One thing that makes shopping in China different than in some places, including many parts of the United States, is that it is common practice to bargain with vendors. Many places, such as the silk market, are known for the low-priced handcrafted goods. However, one will not be given such a low offer if he does not bargain with the vendor. Aside from tourism, Beijing is also a fairly industrialized city. While the city clearly has many strengths in terms of economy, attractions, and other areas, Its environmental state provides a glaring contrast. Beijing is a bustling city of about 19.6 million people, and its population has been growing in recent years. However, the city has fairly limited natural resources, as well as limited infrastructure, that is, space, buildings, and other developments. For this reason, the city faces some significant problems. For one thing, the city's resources are consumed at too rapid a rate. In addition, there is a significant pollution problem in Beijing. On many days, a thick cloud of smog fills the sky, enveloping buildings and making the air heavy. Air quality was temporarily improved due to government restrictions around the time of the Olympic Games in 2008. However, returns to heavy industrial practices and automotive activity have since left Beijing in the same environmental predicaments. Overall then, China's capital city offers a unique mix of past and present, native and some foreign cultures, industry and hints of nature. Beijing is not, and perhaps cannot, be a perfect representation of the geographically, economically, and culturally diverse place that is China. However, in many ways it successfully highlights elements of the country's rich past, present, and perhaps future.